Hey babies, welcome to my channel, Donna P Howard. This is a don't do this, do that video. So, I say about a year ago or so, I got disgusted at how my TV screen looked. So I took some lens cleaner, which is my eyeglass cleaner, and I sprayed it on this Microsoft cloth, and I wiped down my TV screen, thinking since it cleans my glasses and makes my glasses clear, the screen would be clear. Well, when that dried, it was all kinds of gook and gunk on it. And I just said, okay, well, it looked better than what it did, so I'm going to deal with it. Well, recently, the other day, I got disgusted at how it looked. So I said, well, I'm gonna do what everybody else do. I'm gonna YouTube it and see what it does for me. So we were told to get a microfiber cloth. Now both of these are microfiber cloths. They're just different. This is more like a thick cotton, and this is more like a thin cloth. Okay? So both of them are different, and they do different things. So I said, well, let me YouTube it and see what to do. So I watched a couple YouTubers, and they said take a microfiber cloth, an eyeglass cleaning cloth, which is this, just a plain cloth. Every time you get new glasses, they give you some type of cloth. And wipe your TV down, wipe the screen down with it. They said to do circular motions. That's not what I did, but I'm telling you what was said. So I'm like, okay. They said if this doesn't work, go out and buy you some distilled water, which is this. I picked Smart Water. This is a liter bottle of distilled water. Now, first of all, I usually would buy this to drink. You can drink distilled water, but not on a regular basis, because it'll hurt you more than it'll help you. Okay. So it also said that do not use this cloth with regular tap water, because the tap water has some kind of chemicals in it. And I know that because they add calcium and all kinds of stuff in your water that comes out the tap. So they said distilled water is better. So the man had some distilled water in a spray bottle, and he sprayed it on the cloth, and then he wiped in circular motions. I said, okay, I'm going to go run down the street a couple blocks away and go to Family Dollar, and I'm going to get some distilled water. And in my mind, I said I was going to buy a spray bottle. I said, but why should I buy a spray bottle to do what I can do on my own without the spray bottle? So what I did was I took this microfiber cloth, I took this distilled water, and I just dropped water all over the cloth, as you see I'm doing. So if you're dropping water, of course, it's going to be bigger than what you do for spraying water. And I edged the frame of the TV. So my TV is a 58-inch, and it goes this way, and then this way. So I took my cloth and I wiped it from the corner down here, and then I pulled it back up, and I did the same thing on the other side, and I did it, you know, in sections. So I did it and went across, and then when I got to the bottom, I pulled it up to the top. Well, stayed at the bottom, did some more across, pulled it up to the top, did some more across around the frame, and did it this way. Well, the trick that I've learned, I applied my floor stripping skills to doing my screen. After I did everything across, then I went around the perimeter of going down, and I did everything going up and down. Why? Because whatever you pick up or whatever you're trying to clean going across, you might miss a spot. So if you miss a spot by going up and down over it, you're going to catch what you missed going this way. So I did this way, then I did this way all the way across the screen, and then I did this way again. And I let it dry, and my screen looks good. So I'm like, okay. I was looking at a smudge on the bathroom mirror, and I said, okay, I usually use a sponge with a scrubby back to it and some hot water that has the calcium in it. And I'll put the sponge in a bucket of hot water and squeeze it out when it cooled down and do my window, and then go back over it with a paper towel. And it cleans my mirrors and my glass tables. So I said what I was going to do, what I was going to do was, I'm going to clean this glass table with you with the same aspect. So here's my cloth, and I did drop the water on it in front of you, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm going from corner to corner. I'm making the whole square. Okay? And then it looks like going down for you because of the way I have the table set. But I'm going across on the long way. And I'm just moving my hands back and forth all the way down the square. Okay. So now that I did it that way, I'm going back to the corner the short way. And I'm doing it again, going the short way. So I can pick up all the dust and all the craziness and smudges and everything else going the short way. And just to make sure it gets the way that it's supposed to get, I'm going right back down that long way. Going up and down and up and down. And then I let it dry. So it's like a weave pattern. This is the same thing I used to do when I was stripping and waxing floors. I'll let it dry, and then it'll be clear glass. It won't take that long, but it'll be clear glass. And then I'm going to flip it over, and do it the same way. And then, hey, my glass will be clean and looking good. This is just a trick that I learned as of today to make my glass snap. So you can buy smart water with your snap, aka food stamps, and use it as a multi-purpose product because you can drink it or you can clean with it. Personally, I didn't use my snap. I had money, so I just went ahead and paid for it with the money because I'm keeping my snaps for later on because I see what this world is heading towards and I'm not going to be without anything. But I just wanted you to know that there are a lot of products out here that you can buy with SNAP, which is your food stamps, and use them either alone or with other products that you would buy with cash. And they're great, clean products. I like products that are multi-use products. I can use it for this, I can use it for this, use it for this, I can use it for that. So now, looking at my table glass, I can see clearly now. So what I'm going to do is pop this glass out, flip it over, put it right back in them grooves, take this smart water. I'm not trying to saturate the cloth, I'm just trying to make it wet. And it's still slightly wet from me doing it a few minutes ago. But I know you all like to see everything. So I'm dropping the water on there. Steady with your hand. You're not trying to saturate nothing. You're just making it wet. And I used it on my computer screen and it came out good. I used it in my bedroom. And when I used it in my bedroom and did it the way I just showed you doing the table, when it dried, it looked like, oh my God, look at my screen. But that's because I hadn't cleaned it in a while. I went back and did the same thing and I let it dry. My screen is popping in the bedroom. My screen is popping in the front room. My computer screen is popping. My bathroom mirror is popping. And this table will be popping. Back, cross, 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 cross. And I know you say, well, why aren't you doing it the round way, like it was told on the YouTube video? Why are you doing it that way? And like I told you before, this is just a trick that I learned when I was waxing floors when I used to work. What I didn't get one way, I would get the other way. So it made it like a weave pattern. Whatever I did not pick up going one way, I was able to pick it up going the other way. So most people would do it 2 times. And that's cool and that's good and stuff. That's just me. I'm going to do that extra time because I want to make sure everything is cleared off and it's shining bright, because I'm a person who likes a lot of glass in my home. I even did it on pictures today. I have some pictures in my bathroom that have a glass face, and I did it on the pictures, and the pictures look so, they're pictures, but they're mirrors also. It looks so nice and so pretty. Well, one's a picture and one's a mirror. And I did it on both of them. And they're popping, shining and everything. And this is just a trick that I wanted to show you so you can keep your things up without spending a lot of money. I get these free every time I get glasses. And I've been getting glasses for years. And I keep them to clean my glasses. But since I'm using this to clean my glass and my TV and computer screens, this rag will be going up with that water. And being that I'm elderly and I forget a lot of things, I write me a note on a piece of paper. I buy both cellophane tape and packaging tape. And I wrote out my little note on the piece of paper, and I put a couple things of packaging tape, because when I put it on there, it was kind of like in the middle and left the paper showing. So, okay, I put it like here. I went and got me another piece, and I put it over here where it covers the top. Then I put it down here where it covers the bottom. In case the bottle ever gets wet, I'll still have my instructions. This bottle will last a very long time because I'm not going to use it for drinking. I bought it to clean with, and that's what I'm going to do with it. I have a sliding patio door that goes across my apartment. And tomorrow, before I start mopping, I'm going to take the ladder out of my closet. I'm going to move the things that's in front of it. I'm going to go out on the balcony side where it's colder at. Not cold, but it's fall. I'm going to take this water. I'm going to reach up as high as I can get. I can't get all the way to the top. I could if I was willing to climb 3 steps. I ain't willing to do that. But I will climb 2. So as high as I can get, pour this on this. And I'm going to square off the outside windows on the balcony. And then I'm going to clean it just the same way I told you and showed you about this table. And then, of course, it's going to air dry, so I don't even have to use the paper towels to dry it off. Then I'm going to come on the inside and move my furniture. And I'm going to do the inside of the windows. And then my doors will be sparkling clean, because I won't be doing these windows for the patio until next spring anyhow. So this is how I like to do it. Got to get that nicotine off the windows because I do smoke. But I just want y'all to see that you can use other things that are inexpensive to do your cleaning. And I'm quite sure you can see my glass is looking great. It's no smudges, it's no streaks, It just looks good. Now, it's a little bit of smudge from where I put the glass at. To flip the glass over. So I will wipe these corners. But I'm happy with the progress. So just showing something new that you might not know to make your home look better. If you do things like this, please share your experiences. Positive and negative opinions are always welcome. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll always know when I'm uploading. Share my videos with your family and friends, and leave me a comment. I love interacting with you. See you later.